to Aggieland as we welcome you to ESPN College Football, presented by Zales. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. The 12th man is rocking and ready for opening day in conference play in the SEC. Texas A&M taking on Auburn, and for the first time in a long time, it does feel like the SEC West is wide open. Mississippi State's the only team in the SEC West not playing a divisional game today. This is an SEC West match. Pearson sends it deep, and it will be a touchback out to the 25-yard line, and found Evan Stewart 11 times for 142 yards in the loss to Miami a couple of weeks ago. He begins this game with a check down to the freshman Ruben Owens out of the backfield. Zion Puckett making his presence known. False start. So sputtering out of the gate, this Texas A&M offense.
Offense, number 71, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Only a three-man rush. Well protected, and over the middle hits Anaya Smith. And Anaya Smith, tough to bring down, gang tackled about a yard shy of the first down. Larry, you had a few.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did.
Amari Daniels gets stood up. Second effort, he may have gotten the first down. Mosiah, J.D. Rim, third string nickel, is in the game, but they'll run it on first down with Daniels. And there is not much there, a gain of only a yard. Our first opportunity to say hi to Matt Barrett. Second down and 9 for Texas A&M. Wigman to throw. The slant is there. Evan Stewart gets planted, about a half-yard shy again. Le'Veon Moss, spinning, has the first down. Grinds his way to midfield.
It means more in the SEC, and you have to win at the point of attack.
Swing pass, that may have been a backwards pass, and a good catch by Moss. If he doesn't haul that one in, that may have been a live ball, and Jalen Simpson got him for about a 4-yard loss. Would have been a backwards pass, as they have ruled that a running play in the box score. Wigman, the check down. Nice move by Ruben Owens. The freshman makes a man miss. Shakes and bakes his way down close to the 25-yard line. Steps out at the Auburn 28, picks up 26, and he left DJ James in his wake.
Absolutely love this from the quarterback. Get to his check down and whoop, hit him with a little hurdle right there. That was a miniature hurdle like AAU days. If you're going to go low on the running back, you got to try to cut his thighs, not his ankles.
Right back to Owens. No shaking and baking here, as he is in the 20s. But now that they get down into field goal range, can they hold them to 3s instead of 7s? Wigman, that's batted in the air, and that is an incompletion. Elijah McAllister. Wigman has all day. He's going to go down, eventually a coverage sack. Caleb Wooden drops him, and now you wonder if this is field goal range. They're going to... This would tie Bond's career long that he put through last week from 52. Towards the uprights. He's got it. Just a shade inside of 52. It looks like that one will be officially a 51-yarder for Randy Bond, but it's the game's first points as A&M has a field goal lead. Not so hot last season, so now he's off to the best start at Auburn since 2019, and Bo Nix, he was told coming into this season he would be part of a quarterback battle, and as a result decided to take his chances playing on the Plains, and he just met Shamar Turner in the backfield for a loss of a couple on first down.
It was way back in 2014.
They let the play clock wind down, and quarterback run here for Thorne. Not much. May have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage for a gain of 2. There's the freshman Torian York you said was going to be an impact player, and he came up to help on the stop along with Adrian Cooper. And them off to an amazing start on third down defensively. As you can see, Thorne to throw. Floats one over the middle, and it's incomplete. It looked like he wanted Javarius Johnson, and that's a dangerous throw if you airmail a crosser.
He's a little bit more business today.
Rather than party in the back. Wobbly kick from Oscar Chapman. Anaya Smith lets it, takes a sideways hop. This will be excellent field position for Texas A&M with the 3-0 lead. Only a 35-yard punt midway through the first quarter. Having fun inside and outside of Kyle Field.
Cornhole!
But has decided to stick to football. And RG, you as well tried to do too at college.
Here's Le'Veon Moss being brought down. Yeah, right. I'm standing next to a track guy that also
heard that from me. And I'm not saying that the guy shouldn't try it, but, you know, at the end of the day, football is king.
Moss gets free. Le'Veon Moss all the way down to the 25-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 23. Picked up 36.
Now, what you're going to see from Le'Veon Moss here is both patience and explosion. Watch him read it backside, then find the patience to go through that hole and fire away.
So the injuries in the Auburn secondary continue to pile up. Wigman over the middle, into the red zone go Texas A&M. Anaya Smith down to the 12-yard line.
Great recognition there by Connor Wigman. He gets pressure off the edge. He finds his receiver, which is his hot route, and delivers a nice catchable ball to him. Anaya Smith, amazing awareness to know where he is on the field and when he is open.
False start. Layden Robinson, the right guard, jumped.
False start. Offense, number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down.
But first and 15 in the red zone. Wigman, well protected. Another crosser. This time it's Ja'Day Walker. He's down to about the 10-yard line.
Obviously, they want to be higher in touchdowns, but that's really good for them.
Another false start.
False start. Offense, number 19. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
ESPN app. Second down and long. Wigman to throw. Fires one back left corner of the end zone. Getting tied up was Anaya Smith. No flag comes out. With 3 interceptions through 3 weeks. Blitz off the edge. Wigman throws that way. Diving attempt incomplete. Anaya Smith, the intended receiver.
But if they're going to blow this game out, they're going to have to score touchdowns in the red zone.
Bond from 32, right down the middle. 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. 6-0 Aggies. The 12th man on their feet. But neither team has found the end zone with 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. Bob Wischusen, RG3, and Chris Button, a touchback for Auburn. And your SEC opener would go a long way to help get things started right. Bouncing off tacklers is Jarquez Hunter. Breaks another tackle with a stiff arm. And he's got a first down and a gain of 13. A&M shows blitz. Here they come. Right behind the blitzer goes Hunter into the secondary again. They rushed off the edge. And Fadil Diggs eventually made...
But nice run there.
They keep it with Jarquez Hunter. Tough to bring down. Boy, that's a hard-working 5 yards. Although Hugh Freeze said back in April that Hunter's probably the best running back he's ever coached. And the run game continues. To push ahead for Auburn, they've got another first down behind Damari Alston. 10 more.
Make us win by throwing it 40 times.
And they take the play clock down as well. Alston again fights his way to about the 30-yard line. A gain of 2. Isaiah Rake. Seems we have played to this point. We're 3-0. We're going to find out a lot about ourselves today. And the ball is loose. It is jarred free and scooped up by Edgerrin Cooper. He's got a caravan down the sideline. Scoop and score for the Aggies.
Oh my goodness, what a play right here. You get the pitch The DB gets in there and makes the tackle, and then Edgerrin Cooper picks it up and hits him with the hit. Gets his feet from out there and takes it all the way to the house. That young man certainly got some edge to him.
It was a backwards pass recovered by the defense.
They will put Damari Alston.
For a touchdown. The previous play is under video review.
Well, now they are going to go to video review to see if this may be a passing play. And if it is a passing play, does Damari Alston have complete control of the football? If that's thrown forward,
it's not a fumble.
Did he get a couple of feet down and become a runner before the ball got jarred free? That could be an enormous break for Auburn.
Yeah.
If this is ruled a forward toss, which would be a forward pass. Let's see.
After video review, it is an incomplete forward pass. It'll be 3rd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
So a massive swing back.
Look for them to try to get number 13, Rivaldo Fairweather, involved. That's their big target tight end.
Blitz coming. Thorne spins out. Now he goes down. And that might knock them out of field goal range. The sack drops them back at least 5 to 7 yards. Walter Nolan made the stop.
Yes, they do. Makes it a
high snap over the head of Chapman. He will get a kickoff and does a good job to spiral it down the sideline as Anaya Smith rips off a return. What a job by Chapman. Out of bounds goes Smith at the 32-yard line.
To have an A&M be in their own territory already if he didn't get that punt off.
The freshman Reuben Owens finds his way out to the 38-yard line as we go back to Matt. Here's 6-0 Texas A&M. Owens again. And this time brought down after a gain of a yard.
Show that they can dominate up front with running the football.
Owens looking for a cutback lane and not finding any. No gain on 3rd down. Donovan Kaufman, who got injured a couple of possessions.
Don't make 2 wrongs. Go back to back and take care of your offense.
Line drive kick. Coy Moore returnable from the 21-yard line. Tripped up at the 30. That's still pretty good field position for the Tigers. And a moment ago.
Yes, they can, but they got to get this passing game going. No completion so far in the game.
Thorne, there's his first completion. Ryan Batty up the sideline. Right at the 1st down line to gain.
And Peyton Thorne has to play better at the quarterback spot.
Aggies bring a blitz off the edge. And it is successful. Bryce Anderson was there to bring down Peyton Thorne. They did not account for him. Thorne to throw on 2nd and long. Up the seam, and it's incomplete. Intended for Tyler Fromm. And Fromm shaken up on the hit. Only a 3-man rush. Thorne slings one to the sideline. Very close to a 1st down to Shane Hooks. Screen out to the edge to Hooks.
Oh.
Makes 1-man miss. And gets it into plus territory. A gain of 8 to the 42-yard line at 3. They get the snap off. Ryan Batty. This is the first trip into plus territory for this Auburn offense, and they've got another 1st down. Again, blitz coming off the edge for Texas A&M. Batty with a flag down. He's got another 1st down if the play stands, but the flag thrown back at the line of scrimmage. It looks like this one might be coming back.
Holding, offense, number 53. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains 1st down.
That's the right. Jay Fair in motion. Play action for Thorne. A rollout, a check down, and not much. There's Rivaldo Fairweather showing up for the 1st time. He only picks up 3 yards. Take the play clock down. Inside of 5. Thorne, well protected. Long throw down the sideline. Wide open was Jay Fair. And Thorne missed it. That's another high throw to an open receiver. And frustration for Hugh Freeze on the sideline.
Oh, my goodness, no. You see this right here. Nice little wheel route. They get him to jump the inside route there. Jay is saying.
Here comes the blitz again. And this play is whistled dead. Delay of game is going to be called on Auburn.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
That's going to make it 3rd down and 20 at goal range.
It is. It's 3rd and 20. Listen, if the check down's there, throw it. Do not try to force anything.
Well, that throw knocked away. Camden Brown had it in his hands, and it was jarred free by Deuce Harmon. And that will force Auburn to punt.
Now, when you say don't force anything, I don't think that was a forced throw at all. Camden Brown was coming wide open on this nice dig route.
That time the snap perfect. Chapman looks for the corner. Instead, it floats down the middle of the field, all the way to the goal line and into the end zone for a touchback. It's a 51-yard punt, but it will come out to the 20 here in College Station. A&M with the 6-0 lead. Afternoon and then this evening. Back to the offense, Connor Wigman with a touchdown lead. Diving attempt wide of Anaya Smith. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Owens and Moss flanking Wigman. It'll be Le'Veon Moss. 3rd down and about 1.5 yards coming for Texas A&M. Well,
all these other schools out here have been struggling the first 3 weeks.
Incomplete on 3rd down. Miscommunication. Ja'Day Walker had not turned his head as Wigman threw the quick out.
Out there, they got to be on the same page.
And Constantino. High wobbly kick. Boy Moore, fair catch in traffic down to his knees. But how they feel about him, it was a no-brainer to keep him as a part of this coaching staff. As Thorne with a pump fake. Finds one of those running backs that plays for Cadillac. And nice cut by Ryan Petit. Puts his left foot in the ground and picks up a first. Out loud, you were born in 1990?
Yes, I was, Bob. 90s, baby.
My bald spot just got an inch bigger. Let's check in. And to still be a part of Auburn football. 2nd and 10 from midfield. Thorne on the move. Nice cutback by the quarterback. And he is cut down with a flag down in the secondary by Bryce Anderson. He picked up 6. But let's check the flag.
Holding. Offense. Number 27. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
So another.
And trying to put drives together.
Back to throws Peyton Thorne. The pocket collapses. He's got nowhere to go with the football, and there's no daylight past Torian York. A penalty and then a sack, and it will be 3rd and a mile.
Now you're going to watch the coverage right here. They got the right now. Peyton Thorne, he's either not seeing it or not trusting his instincts at the quarterback spot.
Hunter with a cutback, and now a decision to make. It was 3rd down and 19, and he picks up 15. Now it's 4th and 4.
He's delayed a game. Something's got to be done about that with all these rule changes happening.
This time he does put it to the sideline. And at the 9-yard line, the fair catch by Anaya Smith. So those yell leaders, boy, they know every single word, every single cheer.
Yes, they do.
It's just awesome to watch as Amari Daniels starts off this drive with a 1-yard gain.
These fans show up all the time and really make it hard on opposing teams to execute.
Wigman, nice throw underneath. And the catch made by Ja'Day Walker. That time they were on the same page. And it's a pickup of about 5, but there is a penalty marker in the backfield.
Personal foul. Tripping. Offense. Number 63. Half the distance of the goal. Remains 1st down.
Put his leg up to try to keep the guy from getting to his quarterback.
Looked like Trey Zoon, the left tackle. So from the end zone, Wigman, nice strike to Evan Stewart. And that gets Texas A&M some breathing room out to the 10-yard line. Although it will still be 3rd down and about 8 as Jalen Simpson walloped Wigman on a blitz in the end zone. Connor Wigman shaken up. He's not right.
Yeah, he's really shaken up. As you see him drop back to throw, he makes this pass. Oh, looks like his ankle might have got stuck in the ground right there at the end of that hit.
So Wigman, a slant across the middle, jarred free. Walker couldn't hold on. He was hit hard, and Zion Puckett in on that collision. Tino for Texas A&M. Boy Moore at midfield. And this, a returnable kick. from across the 50, and he dives to the 44-yard line.
Starting quarterback to try to go out there and take advantage of it.
Toss sweep to Hunter. Down to about the 41-yard line. That's he again. Third down and a yard to come as he bulldozes his straight ahead run. Down. That was the first time that Auburn had a third down of less than 8 yards, and they couldn't move it 6 inches. Torian York. A bootleg for Thorne. Gets to the sideline, leaps, spins around, and where will they spot the football? Tyreek Chappelle, Torian York, they were both out there on the edge, and it looks like without measurement, they will say that Thorne got it.
Yes, he did. You see the play action. He comes out on the boot, and then he tries to go full John Elway to get the first going with their receivers.
Avoiding a sack. At first was Thorne, but then he goes down. You can only dodge so many pass rushers. Chris Russell Jr. in the backfield. Fadil Diggs was there as well.
Yeah, Fadil Diggs has been all over the place today in the backfield, making the quarterback move.
Again, Aggies show blitz. They'll run left instead. The T to the 31-yard line to make it third down. And a long 7, close to 8. But Fisher didn't call timeout to save some time for his offense, but of course, his quarterback's in the locker room. Thorne again, Sept at the 36. Well, now it's fourth down and forever. McKinley Jackson, the 4th sack of the first half for Texas A&M.
They'll win.
Well, 53 for McPherson to try and get Auburn on the board. He certainly has the leg to reach, and he's got it. Sneaks it over the crossbar inside the left upright. From 53, McPherson is good, and Auburn with 5 seconds on the clock gets on the board.
Team have to show up when you play in the SEC.
There's a squib kick that will roll down to Aniyah Smith, and he's got some room to the sideline and some blockers there to help him. He'll cut it back and eventually is spun down at the 33, and that will take us to halftime.
Plays because the guy's a freak athlete and can really add something to this offense.
Bond's kick returnable. A tee from the 3-yard line. Brought down shy of the 20-yard line. Act for Hugh Freeze and the defensive coaches in the secondary, but their offense on the field first. And there is Fadil Diggs again. Took down Jarquez Hunter.
You know, when we talked to Fadil,
Hunter empties the backfield. Thorne. He'll go down again. Well, that pass rush has been tough to handle. There's Walter Nolan. He'll be credited with the 5th sack for Texas A&M.
and when you watch it, this pressure is cumulative, right? They're not just winning one-on-one.
Thorne sees a possible blitz coming with the play clock winding down. It's a draw play, but it might be a delay of game penalty as well. Let's see, did they get the snap off?
False start, offense, under 66. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
They beat the clock, but Avery Jones called for a false start. That's penalty number 7.
The ball out of your hands, survive to play another play.
Thorne at the goal line. There's the check down, and it's incomplete. Intended for Hunter.
Team, an incompletion in the punt is still a win.
End over end kick. And a fair catch called for at the 46-yard line. 2.4% chance at the start of the season. The Bucks would be 2-0, and the Bengals would be 0-2. And it is Max Johnson at quarterback. Le'Veon Moss starts the possession with a 1-yard carry. So the quarterback switch we expected we would have to see has now taken place. Looks like Connor Wigman is out of the game for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and if you're Max Johnson, the main thing you want to come in and do is operate the offense. You don't want to turn the football over. You're never going to go out there and play scared, but he has to make sure that he continues the flow that this offense was on earlier in the season, because today they've been sputtering a little bit. Maybe he can provide them with the spark.
The LSU transfer drops back. And there's a strike to Anaya Smith. That's the first time in 4 offensive possessions, even with Wigman at quarterback, that it hasn't been a 3-and-out for Texas A&M. False start. Auburn saw it, and the officials called it.
False start. Offense, number 8. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
So what you're saying is he's got good genes. That's what you're saying.
Here he is to throw. Again, he finds an underneath receiver, Jake Johnson, the tight end, inside the 30 down to the 28, picks up 10 and makes it 3rd and manageable. You know, only 2nd down and 5. Le'Veon Moss spinning. And forward progress stopped after a yard. So now Auburn rushes only 3. Johnson out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it under and try to run for it. And it looks like he got it on the dive. He picked up 5 on 3rd down and 4. Brother to brother, wide open, Jake Johnson at the goal line. He's at the pylon. Is he in? Yes, that's an A&M touchdown.
Oh, the nostalgia from that one right there. Max Johnson with the great ballsmanship on the fake, and then he gets it to his brother from the same mother for the touchdown. I absolutely love. That's going to be a moment these two are going to remember for a lifetime.
Line drive kick. And this will be a touchback. Well, Max Johnson, who just delivered the first career touchdown of Jake Johnson's career. And as we said, it's in the bloodlines. Their father, Brad, Super Bowl champion with the Bucks. Mom, Nikki, a volleyball player at USF. Uncle Mark, Rick, won 171 games as a head coach at Georgia and Miami. 8-6 over 2 seasons at LSU. Then came to Texas A&M last year.
Robbie Ashford stepping in for Peyton Ford.
So Robbie Ashford getting a chance to hand one off and get this possession going. It's a gain of only a yard as Jeremiah Cobb plays for him because he's such a good runner.
Yeah, and that's why he has 4 rushing touchdowns and leads their team in that category.
He's going to lob one here and absolutely airmail Jair Shorter. So it will be 3rd down.
His legs.
6 players up on the line of scrimmage for Texas A&M. And a false start will be called on 3rd down and 9, it appears.
False start. Offense, number 53. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Listen to the 12th man hop.
Only a 3-man rush. Ashford out of the pocket. He's got Chetz to the edge. A flag thrown in the offensive backfield. Chris Russell bumped him out at the 25-yard line.
That's going to be holding as Robbie Ashford broke the pocket.
And Jimbo Fisher already signaling that he will decline the penalty. Obviously.
Holding. Offense, number 52. That penalty's declined. Resulting play is 4th down.
4 on that next drive.
Chapman gets it away. And a fair catch made by Anaya Smith. Pretty good field position for Texas A&M. Up the middle goes Moss. May have lost the football, but it looks like it got covered up. If it was alive.
But yeah, what's the argument that you can have that Nick Saban's not the greatest coach in college football history?
Le'Veon Moss gets a push. And he has a 1st down.
See if Max Johnson can continue this trend of putting points on the board.
Le'Veon Moss again. Close to midfield.
They get to the house and they want to get him more touches.
Johnson on 2nd down and long. Scans the field and finds Anaya Smith for a 1st down. Good vision from Max Johnson. He went through his progressions and eventually found an outlet.
And you'll see him at the top, right? He's going to scan from right to left, and at the top of his drop, he kind of gets stuck a little bit, but because of the protection, he's able to work right to left on the radio dial.
Back to the offense, Texas A&M. Play action for Max Johnson. He's going to go downtown, hoping for Evan Stewart. Double coverage. He's got it. That's an A&M touchdown. Right down the chimney.
Max Johnson. Watch him stand tall in the pocket. Find the Wi-Fi connection and airdrop a beauty into Evan Stewart's hands. That throw was finger licking good. That's the offense that we've been looking for all day, Bob.
Max Johnson, 5 of 5, 95 yards and a couple of touchdowns. As Connor Wigman, injured ankle at the end of the first half, forces Johnson.
Or for the Aggies so far.
What does Hugh Freeze now do at quarterback? But T will let this one go through the back of the end zone. We're quarterback. And he takes the high snap, and he will take off. Looking for a running lane, and gets spun down. Not much there. Jacoby Matthews, the tackle after a gain of 3.5.
And trust him in the passing game. That will be the question for Auburn.
Jarquez Hunter, bottled up at the line of scrimmage. So now it will be 3rd down and a long 6, close to 7.
Play, it looks like they're going to try to work this bunch set to give their guys free releases.
5-man rush. Another sack. Ashford with nowhere to go. Eventually, Edger and Cooper got to him and brought him down behind the line. Chris Russell with pressure as well. That is 6 sacks of Auburn quarterbacks by Texas A&M for Auburn. Good punt by Chapman. Making the first man miss. Sanaya Smith breaks another tackle and eventually pulled down at the 25-yard line.
I'm at a point now, kind of like Floyd Mayweather. People are watching because they want to see him win. Other people are watching because they want to see him lose.
Le'Veon Moss for 5 yards on first down. Blitz. Johnson out of the pocket. Incomplete. At the feet of Moose Muhammad. So now it's 3rd down and 5. Muhammad was a 2-time Pro Bowler. Played the NFL with the Bears and Carolina as well. Anaya Smith stays on his feet. Broken tackle. And Anaya Smith dangerous in the open field. Pulled down from behind at the 42-yard line by Asante. 28 yards.
Nice move here by Anaya Smith. He sits down the choice route, and then who does he make miss? It's Donovan Kaufman. The guy's out there trying to cut it back and go score a touchdown. The one thing the Auburn defensive coordinator, Ron Roberts, told us was, we don't really want Donovan in coverage all that much. And right there, he just got put in one-on-one coverage with one of the best receivers in all the SEC.
Play action for Johnson. Well protected. Another strike. And it's a first down if it stands. It looks like a flag thrown in the offensive backfield, though. The true freshman Micah Tees with the reception.
Holding, offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
So that'll back Texas A&M up on the Layden Robinson holding penalty.
Yeah, you're going to see Layden Robinson, number 64, right here. It's going to come off the ball, pull. Oh, little pull down by the neck and lay on him. Trying to pancake the man. I didn't think that was egregious, but the ref threw the flag. Layden Robinson trying to lay the smack it down on the guy on the field.
1st and 20. Blitz. Johnson throws right behind the blitz to a wide open Evan Stewart. Cuts it back. Another flag down. Stewart into the red zone if this one stands. Once again, a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
It's a beautifully run pick play right there by Texas A&M, but let's see if the ref caught him on it.
Pass interference, offense, number 42. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, remains first down.
Offensive guys like to call it a rub. Defensive guys like to call it a pick.
Yeah, and
when it appears to be a pick, that's when the flag comes out.
I'm an offensive guy, and I call it a pick because I literally saw what happened in the middle of the field. Number 42 right here, Max Wright, Former defensive end. Looks like he might have forgot what side of the ball he was on right here. But you're going to see him run this crossing pattern, and it is a rub route. You're trying to run into the defender that is guarding the wide receiver. Plays for 1st and 35, Rob.
Max Johnson being chased and going down. Oh, that time he was waiting for something to form up downfield. Heavy on Moss.
Petrino.
There's the screen. They try to set Muhammad up in the tunnel, and he has nowhere to go as the tunnel is closed. Auburn looks like they're going to leave the Gunners alone and come after it, and they just about got to Constantino. But a great roll for Texas A&M. He barely got it off. It may have been partially blocked on beginning of conference play. Ashford, he's going to take a shot. He's got one-on-one coverage. Incomplete, hoping for Javarius Johnson. Well, Max Johnson supplying a spark for Texas A&M. Robbie Ashford trying to do the same for Auburn. And he only picks up a couple of yards. Tyreek Chappelle, who was step for step in coverage.
2 receptions.
Where is their answer on 3rd down? Do they have one? Maybe it's Ashford on the run. Oh, it's Thorne back in the game. Tipped ball, knocked down. And Peyton Thorne, who jumped back in on 3rd down and 8 to try and pick. We are back. Replay confirming that this has been ruled a backwards pass. Obviously, if it's not forwards, it's backwards. So Peyton Thorne, his pass deflected by Bryce Anderson. Now whistles blew, but you'll see the live ball, or what was a live ball, roll all the way back to the 9-yard line.
Yep. Wouldn't be punting from their own end zone right now.
And that ruling cost them, with the penalty, about 20 yards of field position. Anaya Smith already across midfield. Still on his feet, and finally driven back at the 45-yard line of Auburn.
It's early. Both these teams are finding out who they are today.
Toss to Reuben Owens. And he's got 4.5 to 5 yards. Jason Jones made. Yep.
Because the competition is so high, and the committee's certainly going to value that.
Owens again. Turns the corner. Breaks a tackle. And he's got a 1st down.
In the offense, that's not a good thing.
Owens again. Flag down. Lost the football. It pops up in the air. Eugene Asante heads the other way. Being chased by Johnson. Asante. Touchdown if it stands. Flag down back at the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
Holding, offense, number 54. Resulting in a touchdown.
Eugene Asante, a 68-yard gift for Auburn on defense. And strikes for 7. And their defense about to go right back out on the field, as this will be a touchback to the 25-yard line. Back on the field with a 2-score lead. And Moss wrapped up and driven back after a gain of 3.5. Cam Riley for lead for A&M. Max Johnson back to throw under pressure and throws it away. Donovan Kaufman, by the way, was 8 rather than lose them for lengths of time as they have. Johnson back to throw. Scrambles, tucks it under. Right up the middle of the field, diving for a 1st down and more.
It's a good job right there by Max Johnson, recognizing what the defense was in by the back end of what the defense is doing. Trust your instincts.
Quick hitter to the outside, miscommunication. Anaya Smith not on the same page as Max Johnson. Johnson to throw. And it looks like he'll take off again and slide for a couple of yards. And there was
have actually worked really well together, and they play well off each other. We'll talk more about that after this play.
Big 3rd down here, and that's well shy as Anaya Smith watches that one sail out of bounds. He would have been 4 yards short of the 1st down had he caught.
Wasn't able to do as a head coach because you have so many responsibilities, and Jimbo has to recruit more now than ever with the transfer portal and NIL.
Fair catch for Coy Moore at the 10-yard line. 2 more big field position for Auburn. And they'll go back to Robbie Ashford. And Ashford has a first down as we check in with Chris.
Bob, you were talking about Jimbo Fisher give NIL, transfer portal. It just becomes too much for a head coach.
Nearly breaking free was Jarquez Hunter.
And make sure that you guys are taken care of, and it's hard to do that and run an offense.
Battie gets to the outside, breaks a tackle. Brian Battie down the sideline to midfield. The run game for Auburn gets them from their own 10-yard line all the way out just shy of the 50 after the longest offensive play of the day for Auburn. Right back to Battie. 8 more yards.
Where they want to be at.
Ashford, a little shovel pass. Rivaldo Fairweather fighting for extra yards.
As this game comes to a close.
Ashford looks at the bunch set, avoids a sack. Speed to the edge. Down to the 35-yard line, tripped up by Chris Russell Jr. Has been invisible for the most part today as well. Nice fake by Ashford. Runs a man over. Well, you love to see that from your quarterback as he bulldozed Bryce Anderson and picked up 6. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. Ashford takes a shot. Down to the goal line. It's broken up. Josh DeBerry. Beautifully covering. Shane hooks the intended receiver.
That's one of those one-on-ones down the field. You're going to see the go ball. The DB's in good position. The receiver goes up, hits him right in the biceps. Sometimes you got to make those plays. And when I mean sometimes, I mean all the time, Bob. As a wideout, when that ball is in the air, it has to be yours.
And we have another player down and injured. We'll step aside. 6:45 to go. And now Robbie Ashford in the ground attack. Looking to make it a one-score game. This time swamped under is Ashford well behind the line. Fadil Diggs got there and he had company.
You want to know how to shut down the zone read? Blitz off the edge and penetrate up front. And that's exactly football down the middle.
Ashford, one-handed catch out of the pocket. Bullets one to the sideline, short hops it incomplete. Flag down. Back at the 40-yard line. And Ashford is shaken up.
Looks like it might be holding.
Holding, offense, number 62. Penalties apply. Result of play is 4th down.
An interesting decision there by Texas A&M. And I'll ask you this. Would you, if you were Jimbo Fisher, have accepted that penalty, which would have maybe backed them out of field goal range, but given them another chance on 3rd down? They decline it.
Yeah, it looks like he wants it.
And that leaves McPherson in field goal range. Hugh Freeze. And there is the second guess. Now they are going to accept the penalty.
Right.
Jay Fair in motion. A throwback screen to Fairweather. And diagnosed by the A&M defense. Malik Silla at defensive end was not fooled. And now with 5.5 minutes to go, Auburn has all 3 timeouts. End over end kick by Chapman. Anaya Smith lets it bounce. And this will take a hop inside the 15-yard line where it's down by Auburn.
Porter boy out here today.
Now, the best part about that story is she's still a sub. Amari Daniels for 2.5 yards.
Start using right after this. If you get a negative play, you want to use that timeout to preserve as much time as you can.
Breaking free is Daniels. With a comeback to midfield. Spinning around DJ James. He can't bring him down. Daniels hunting the pylon. All the way down to the 3-yard line. An 80-yard run for Amari Daniels.
Say it again, that 80-yarder rushing. Start outside, get vertical immediately, and then when he gets into the open field, see this from Amari Daniels. When you want somebody to close the game, give the ball to your running back and watch the rest of the show.
Exactly. Down to the 4-yard line. And now Auburn needs... Le'Veon Moss gets a push. That's an A&M touchdown.
That was just bully ball right there.
Moss can stay healthy. He's the guy that should carry most of the load in their run game. He's the most talented running back that they have. Score or hold. And a booming kick from Bond through the back of the end zone. As Holden Gariner, the redshirt freshman from Savannah, is going to get a chance to play. One behind Rivaldo Fairweather.
They try to throw the football around.
Well wide of Malcolm Johnson. Let's check in with Matt Barry. With controversy as well at Clemson. Gariner over the middle. And that will be good enough for a first down.
That team has going up against a very talented Texas A&M team. So it's very important that they finish hard right here just for the outcome of the rest of their season.
Brian Battie gets to the sideline.
But they're going to have to find ways to get these guys involved earlier in the game so that they don't have lulls like this on offense.
Shane Hook's nowhere to go. Well, there were times.
Allow our defense to play really well and keep ourselves in games. When our quarterbacks develop at some point, we can open it up. But right now, they're not there.
There goes Sean Jackson. And he is a load to bring down at 236 pounds. Eventually, Damani Richardson meets him at the 28-yard line. Gariner lobs one down the right sideline, but that will sail out of bounds.
Have to be a running football team.
Blitz. Gariner, a one-on-one lob once again.
Out of bounds.
Up against the sideline is Hooks.
Inbounds.
Incomplete to the sideline once again.
These guys have all gotten experience from last year being a young team. Now they're an experienced unit and are looking to make some noise in this SEC West.
Gariner goes down, and that will do it officially. Edgerrin Cooper gets the sack on 4th down. And now Texas A&M can take a knee with 1:43 to go. That's the 7th sack of the day for that defensive front.
When you show up in SEC play, you better protect your QB. Today,
that'll be the question, and it may be decided for them if Wigman has an ankle injury that's too much to overcome. And they're still running the football. And tacking on some yardage is Le'Veon Moss.
Now push the ball down the field against top-level competition. That's a great recipe for success.
And they are still running it, taking a big hit. Is Moss on the sideline.
They also learn that they don't have the wide receivers to truly compete in this league right now with where they're at. And if they do, they just got to find a way to learn them quickly because they have a lot of transfers in, a lot of moving parts on offense. But this team has to become a dominant running team. 2-3 running backs, Robbie Ashford and Peyton Thorne. They're going to have to figure out who their quarterback is.
Connor Wigman leaving with an ankle injury at the end of the first half. Opens the door for Max Johnson in the second half. And Max Johnson may have knocked that door down.
Yes, he knocked the door down, but make no mistake about it, Connor Wigman is the starter for this Texas A&M Aggies team. They believe in him. I think today what Matt Johnson pulled off showed the coaches that they can trust him if they need him to be the QB for a few weeks or the rest of the season, depending on what Wigman's injury is.
27-10 is your final. Texas A&M over Auburn. For Robert Griffin III and Chris Button, I'm Bob Wishoes. Thanks so much for watching. We say so long from College Station, Texas.